Hello, hello, welcome back. Here we are. It's time to do the A rank. Now, we could skip ahead to the S rank, but at this point, you want to kind of slowly crawl up. Because there are some good stuff that comes up in the A ranks, as well as, the S ranks. Once you complete the S rank again, then you get access to the post game, so to speak. But for now, we're just going to move up to the A rank and probably keep her at S rank without, completing the last one. Now, we've seen some of these guys before, but we're going to go over them as they come up now. This is Goatrek. He's a Zilla, and he's interesting because he requires wrench upgrades as well as completing an entry, and then you create him via fusion. Now he's got low skill and he's kind of slow. He's pretty much a punching bag for anybody, like a pixie breed. Now this is a Mocchi purebred, as you can see by the card icon in the model. They're pretty fast, got solid intelligence and skill and defense. So all around they're pretty annoying. But they should not be too much of a problem if you're following this guide. There are some here that are just going to be very annoying, and we'll get to it in time. This is a Duckin. Now, Duckins are interesting because they tend to be, well, let's look at their stats. Tend to be all around decent, high in speed and skill, but low in defense. Now, something interesting about Duckins is they can actually blow themselves up, but rather they can cause damage to themselves. And you can actually use that to win if you're having trouble hitting one, but you're not having trouble staying alive. Yeah, unfortunately, we did not get to see the technique. We've seen this guy before, haven't we? Yep. Okay, so we got the power. Now, power is an interesting boost. It's only available to good aligned monsters. And what it is it gives you extreme damage. So even low-level techniques with enough of an attack stat can do max damage. Now, Sharkin is a Naga Galley hybrid. What that means is he's actually a good aligned monster, and if he gets low, he can get access to power, so you gotta be careful. But we have enough stats that only Kitty should be able to reliably hit us. It's especially important at this point to pay attention to the win-loss records of the other opponents, because if you have one that's got 2 or more, that means you can lose 2 matches at most and force a tiebreaker. If you have an opponent that only has 1 loss by the time you get down to your last 2 matches, then you might have some issues in the sense that you cannot have lost more than 1 match in order to force a tiebreaker. Now, Kitty is a Pixie Kato hybrid. Now, she has high intelligence, high skill, and high speed, which means if you're a slower monster, you are going to get hit a lot. However, she tends to favor power techniques, which is unusual for a pixie. But you know she has a lot of green, so she's got a lot of intelligence. And we got her. Yeah, notice her ability. She has access to Mega Ray, as well as Lightning. And she also has access to the Kato Pixie, hybrid only, Phantom Claws. Okay, this is looking like Goetrick may be able to force a tiebreaker if he does not lose his last match. Alright, so we're up against a dragon. Dragons tend to be slow but durable. They tend to have either high intelligence or high power. And in the S ranks, there will be another dragon. Now, unlocking them is an interesting process. We'll go over that when it's time. Notice he's got high power and high intelligence. This is a different kind of dragon. Normally, dragons don't live long enough for that one because, well, they're volatile. As you may remember from the Let's Play, raising dragons can be a huge hassle. And we just one-shot at him. Cool. Okay, so now that we've done that, sorry, got a little bit of a cold today. All right, so now that we've done that, all right. So when you win the A Cup for the first time, you get a trainer rank up. When you win the S rank Cup, you get another trainer rank up, and after that, every time you win a new tournament in the post S rank tournaments, you get another trainer rank until you reach the 12th rank. At that point, you're considered to have won the game. And this is pretty good. We get speed and life, both of which are our defense stats. For the most part, speed will be your primary defense stat. Depending on the gift that he wants, it's not much of a hassle to give him to him. Okay, so yeah, we are at 5th rank, like I said, and then when you clear the S rank, you go to the 6th rank. It is worth it to consider going down to lower ranks, even if you are high rank. You do take a fame hit, but it's not really important, and only certain monsters need to be worried about that, in the sense that you can unlock others by having low fame, and you only need a certain amount in order to unlock expeditions. So we're going to see you next time when we're ready to do expeditions. Alright, so here we are. We're back. We're getting ready to start our expedition monster. Now, expeditions have the potential to be extremely worth it, in the sense that you'll get rare items that you can extend a monster's lifespan. You can get unlocks for other monsters, on top of stuff like valuable materials for selling, and valuable materials in general, and other things. Perhaps the biggest reason to do it is for, just the monster unlocks in general, but you can make them very lucrative if you get lucky. Now, the biggest thing about expeditions is you need to have high stats and have a dedicated monster. What that means is you should not use your workhorse monster or your ranking up monster, because expeditions take a lot out of lifespan. That being said, there are 4 in Monster Rancher 2, and they all have different requirements. So let me just pull it up from a moment. All right. So the first one, you cannot do expeditions until you've reached. Let's see, where is it? Okay. So usually it's the Kawrea. I believe it's the Kawrea Volcano expedition. That's the first one because it always comes up in June, and you talk to Dr. Talico about it. So first there are two of them. One is the outside the volcano, and that's always the script. It's always scripted to go to the outside first. Then you get the actual full map once you revisit it. It's called the Phoenix Volcano Adventure for the first time. You need to have a D grade or higher, monster, as well as 40 plus fame or higher, as well as 140 life. And all expeditions are locked behind this because you need to do it first. Now, what you can get here is, let's see, Fire Feather, Magic Banana, Rock Candy, Disc Chips, which are Pixie, Arrowhead, Mocchi, and Mono. You always get scripted to go to the Phoenix Volcano first. Then, if you get it, you get the Fire Feather. That allows you to get Phoenix later. Now, the revisit is you need to be B grade or higher, have at least 280 life, as well as 50 plus 50 fame or higher. Now, the items of interest here are Fire Feather and the Joker Mask. Now, the Joker Mask allows you to access the Joker summon. Wait, I don't know what's that summon, sorry. The Joker monster. Well, I mean, you could argue these guys are summons, but whatever. Anyway, it's recommended to have at least 200 intelligence for the feather and 300 plus skill for the mask. And most of these obstacles are scaling off int, in the sense that you need to have high int in order to clear them. Now, the next expedition that you can go to after that is the Parepare Jungle. It takes place in October. You need at least a C grade rank, monster for over 40 fame and at least 140 life. Now, two big things come up here. One is the old Sheath to unlock Durahans, which are a sword and shield monster. The other is Gold Peaches. Now, Gold Peaches will extend a monster's lifespan by a considerable amount. Let's see. Which means it gives you extra plus 50 lifespan. What that means is about extra 50 weeks. And what it does is it doesn't so let's say that's a year. So it doesn't actually add a year, it just extends your monster's prime lifespan. For certain monsters this could be vital, because you need some monsters to live a long time in order to reach extra certain longevity based cups. There's at least one cup where you need to have a monster that's over 12 years old in order to access it in battle. And it also allows you to keep a monster going longer than they normally would, even if you're raising them according to a long lifespan. Now, something else to note about the Parepare Jungle is it is the only place you're going to get Gold Peaches. I believe you could actually get them from the Elder's Cup, but you have to game the hell out of that one. Actually, let me check. Let's see here. There should be a list of the tournament cups. I guess not. But either way, Gold Peaches are why you want to go to the Parepare Jungle. And it's absolutely worth it to do it once you get a monster that can reliably get the peaches. And I believe you only get one per, run. So you have to come back next year to do it again. Now, there are There is another one we haven't talked about, which is the Torles Mountain Expedition. Now, this one comes up in February. You need to have at least 210 life, at least 50 fame, C grade or higher, and you have to have completed the first Kawrea expansion. Expedition. All of these required that one to be done first. Now, there are 2 big items to get here: the Strong Glue, which unlocks Duckin, and the Big Footstep, which unlocks Jill. You need to have at least 500 int for the Big Footstep, and at least 500. Sorry, not at least 500, but at least 350 for the Strong Glue. You have to have at least the Quack Doll made first, so that requires Cup Jellies. Now, Cup Jellies are ones you can get along the way to, getting the Beacon Unlock, because worms, and Cup Jellies, if you keep feeding one, they'll eventually turn into a Beacon if you keep them alive long enough. So, overall, expedition's worth it, and you can get, depending on the map, you can get items ranging from 4,000, gold in value to 8,000. So, Kawrea Kawrea is your best one for that, for trying to find multiple items. Again, this is all RNG, so you should consider doing that. Consider that when you're getting ready to do it. And it's absolutely worth it to do Parepare for Peaches, because it will extend your monster's lifespan in their prime. Anyway, so since this is the 4th week of January, we're going to start the process properly. Now, you can see we're using a Hinger, which is actually a Hinger Galley hybrid. And we're going to pause this. Well, actually, we're going to pause this again. Sorry. We're going to show the stats. Now, starting out, these are all great stats. Hingers are highly recommended. However, there are certain monsters that are considered very, well, I hate to say the word meta, because it's kind of weird saying that. But if you don't have certain ones unlocked, you can go for Hinger the minute, Hinger and Galley the minute you get the Fimba meat done. Now let's see, it's here somewhere. Sadly, I seem to not put it up. Oh, and by the way, Peaches, yes, they are actually plus 50 weeks lifespan, so it's effectively an extra year. So anyway, let's see. Yeah. So training expedition monsters are, it's a required process. Generally speaking, it's recommended to do the Blue Thunder Centaur if you have Centaurs unlocked, because it doesn't require anything other than unlocking Centaur, which itself can be an interesting process depending on how it's done. You do have to have them do errantry for that one, though. And, honestly, I think, I said to start, there's 3 different types. You got your workhorse, your ranking up, and your expedition monster. But I believe a 4th type should be considered, which is the unlock monster. Now, unlocks will do stuff like errantry to trigger certain things, as well as expeditions. But you can use your expedition monster to get monsters that are from expeditions only. And you can just use your unlock monster for stuff like Dragon Invitational, or depending on if you can get them to live long enough, you can get them to do the Elder Cup one. So there's a lot you can do in the game. It is open-ended, it is simulated. It's a breeding simulation. There's a lot of things you can do. Anyway, this is pretty much what I'm going to be using early on, because it's got good all-around stats, and according to the method, you will be scaling pretty hard. Now, let me see if we can find out. I got quite a few tabs open here looking for this information. Oh, here, sorry, I found it. All right, so there are three different fields you can go with in order to access this. Now, it's listed by, you got nothing unlocked, so there are 3 monsters that are considered, the best in the sense of stat growth, as well as starting stats. One is the Kawrea, which is the Mocchi unique monster, Mocchi special monster. The second is Time Noise, which is the Naga special monster, and then you have the Sumopian, which is the Arrowhead special monster. Now, a key thing is that these are just recommended based on stat growth. You can use whatever. As you can see, we are using a Hinger. Now, that being said, you have another field. If you've done the IMa Official meet, you now have 2 different ones instead. You have access to Garland, which is the Hinger Dragon, combination, and then you have the Express Worm, which is the unique worm. And then if you've done your first stable upgrade, you have the Titan, which is a Golem and Suezo hybrid. And then you have the overall best, which is from Centaur, which is Blue Thunder. Now, there's actually a specific variant of the Blue Thunder that you need to use the CD database list for. And all information about this is coming from legendcup.com, and I suggest looking it up because it does have very solid information, and it's working as well as a refresher on some stuff I've forgotten. So we might, depending on how that starting Garden is, we may actually switch it out for an Omega. But generally speaking, Hinger Galley Hybrid, very strong from the start. And more importantly, let's see here. I need to pull up the, there it is. More importantly, it has a good nature, if I remember right. Let's see. Yes, it's got a positive nature. The specific one we used. Also, it's a late bloomer, and it starts out with Laser Sword. Laser Sword is a very cheap technique in the sense that it does a lot of damage, and it will just smack the crap out of people, allow you to rank up to B quickly. And remember, you only need to go to the C rank, so you only need to win 2 tournaments. Anyway, we're gonna start. We're gonna show the strategy. This is the same one we've been using. However, it interacts differently with Hingers. Hingers and Arrowheads and Durhans have stress reduction when you use nut oil on them, versus other monsters not having that. So early on, you want to... So first, actually, we're going to rest. Because, yeah, it's the 4th week and we want to start them off right away. But... And we got lucky with this one because there's one that likes tablets. So it's going to help us a lot. The rest of them on the 1st week because, this is actually the 4th week and, we want to start them off properly. Wow, really? You're going to do this now? You're going to this discount. Anyway, you can see our loyalty has just shot up. Now, it's recommended by Legend Cup to not start trading expedition monsters when you have over 60,000 gold. But we're doing this at 47. We're fine. We're fine. If anything, we can just break out the Pixie again in order to make more money because she's at the point where she could get into the A ranks as well. It's yeah, we're good. And if that fails, hey, we got the White Hound. Now, for your first drill, you're going to want it to do meditate, and then alternate study and run until we hit 700. And then you have specific stuff like if you have a low life gain, yeah. You don't like it, but you will in time. Also, note this is a this is 4 years since the last meet, so you may want to consider pausing the training at some point in order to do the FIMBA meet again, because hey, free money. And your games are going to be kind of crap at first, but that's okay. This is normal. Getting a little wacky over there, ain't you? You cheated. Now, this is interesting because rarely good aligned monsters will cheat. And scold them if they cheat. They should not be doing that as good aligned monsters. Oh, good time. There we go. Okay, we got space for another oil. Always make sure to check how much space you have. Again, you want to do even amounts. Did we use our middle leaf? Okay. Wow, that's kind of low. Oof. So we may want to consider switching to life instead. Okay, so let's see. Now, so this, Hinger is actually a late bloomer, so that means it's going to be a year or two before we start seeing really solid gains. Not to mention, let's see. Yeah, it's a bonus is going to be to shoot. So we should probably just start putting it on shoot instead. Study. So yeah, since this is a late bloomer, do not worry about the bad stats at first. That's just kind of normal. And you want to do mint leaf light drill. Now, if I remember correctly, you actually want to do something different on items when it comes to Hinger, Arrowhead, and Duran. I'll have to look that up. Because I believe they did specify something different. It doesn't say anything here for... It has one generic... well, I shouldn't say... I don't want... Generic is not like a bad thing here. It's a universal. Yeah. Universal one for here. So, generally speaking, you want to have at least 700 int, 700 life, at least 350 power, at least 300, skill. And then precocious or sustainable life type monsters. You know, early gains for the latter, long leg span and all that. And I don't know what. Let me look at others again. See. Okay, so fortunately, late bloomer, meaning it's not sustainable. It happens. But truth be told, I may switch back. Switch it to the garland after this, because yeah. We'll see. Actually, let me look. It recommends a very specific type of garland. Yeah, we'll pull it up. So it recommends, let's see. Okay, now that I see which one it says. Okay, so the one it recommends, it starts out with napalm shot. And it has a shoot as a bonus, but a normal lifespan. And the negative nature. But it starts out with B rank for everything. Yeah, for the power and int. I don't know why they would recommend that one. That's it seems strange. Either way, I would still say take a galley over instead, because good nature is much better. Don't forget, July is the Invitational, and then you got it in August. Anyway, we'll be back when we are ready to fully do expeditions. Alright, hello. So we are still doing our expedition raising. Oh, wrong button. And, it's going okay. We're slowly leveling our stuff up. And, this is a late bloomer. But I want to talk about upgrades. So every the third of May, the third week of May, you're going to get pop-ups from Colt. Now, this is only if you have enough money for it. Now, what this means is she's going to contact Bento, a carpenter, and he's going to come and remodel either your stable or your house. Now, it does it in order. So if you do a house upgrade, it's going to do stable. Then if you do stable, then it's going to do a house, and so on until it's all maxed out. Now, each time you upgrade, you get access to new stuff. Now, the first upgrade allows you access to big monsters like Baku, Golem, and more. Another upgrade, every time you upgrade the house, you get access to more item storage, which is great because late game you're going to need that storage, especially if you want to do expeditions. So, I wanted to cover that because I forgot to last time. So, that is, every time you have the money for it, go for it, because you want to do that. And if I remember correctly, stable upgrades do impact monster health. And I will look into that and get back to you. Hello. We have another unlock to talk about now. At some point after, I think it's in your first or second year after you visit the item store, you're going to get Mystic Seeds from Verdi. Now, this is required for later for unlock. And now, you can see the stages of it as on the ranch as your monster wanders around. So it's kind of hard sometimes to see it, but occasionally Colt will give you upgrades. Updates on the status of it. Now here we're at the seedling stage where it's starting to sprout, and it takes about 10 in-game years to sprout, to fully bloom. And you're gonna get messages from her along the way about the status of it, like it's blooming, withering, and dying, and all that. When it reaches the dying state, you need to have a monster die, and then it will animate as a mock. So, what that means is Suki Suezo cheese. Suki Suezo is your disposable monster, plain and simple. So when it happens, wait for a decent paying tournament to come up, like in the D rank or the free for alls. Suki Suezo it up. All right, so we're still kind of working on the expedition stuff, but here we need. I decided to switch our monster around for that. Well, we need to. You need to unlock all expeditions first. However, in order to unlock, we're going for the Blue Thunder Centaur. Now here we've decided to use our level up our workhorse monster to B rank in order to unlock expeditions. Now the first one is always Kawrea, as I said before. And the premise is that you go to Explorer, and Colt always goes as your representative. So from what I remember, in expeditions, anytime you remove an obstacle, it's permanent. We have 210 right now. The Kawrea is always, this one, first one. It's also a very short one. And that's how you can tell if it was successful or not. There we go. So it's kind of RNG. It's got like a low PAL requirement since it's the starter one. Other ones, however, do have higher ones, like 350 or more. That is the Phoenix, and this is a monster you can unlock, but you need the Firefighter first. So skill and intelligence determine whether or not you're going to get something from here. This is in general searching buildings. And you want to have an empty inventory for the most part. So it's better to wait for expeditions until you have a lot of inventory space cleaned out, as well as a lot of inventory space, period. So since our inventory space is kind of, we have to give up valuable items, unfortunately. Because you can't just discard the item that you get. And once it all... Oh, there it is. So now we can unlock Phoenixes. Definitely secure that. Anyways, I was about to say, once all... pink items are removed from a building, there's nothing left to find. And we have enough to get back to base camp without worrying about lifespan being reduced. But each step is 1 point. And you can't move the map camera around, so you have to pay attention to where your base camp is. Otherwise, you could do that, walk right past it. So getting the Firefighters early on is actually incredibly lucky. This is because we took it to battle the week before the expeditions unlocked. Now we're going to rest him because we want him to be rested up for what we got to do next. In August, we're going to send him on entry to Mandy to start the Centaur Unlock. So let's see, he rested last week. Take care of his stress some more. Where did he get that from? Oh, we missed up. That's okay. We're back. It doesn't matter on that one. I wasn't thinking. We can always use extra money. So let's sell some of these items we got. I'm not sure. Let me go check that because it may actually be useful. I don't remember what the Mandy Candy does. The rock candy. Just increases form by 1, so you can get rid of it. There's better items for that. Let's see, we have... Let's see. They're going to be sitting trading on it on Air Tree next month, so I would suggest go for life because you're going to be put into a battle real soon. Let's see. More power for just in general. In case the AI decides, oh, I want to be close range. More life in general is always nice. Yeah. In between our last bit, Air Tree went on a discount. And while we're here, I'm going to talk about Air Tree bosses. So each one has a different level. That is a boss monster that you cannot in the original Monster Hunter 2 version. You could not unlock them unless it's a Japanese version. And even then, it was like extra steps or something. I don't really remember the specifics. In DX, which is the one we're playing, you can unlock these, but you have to encounter them first. And these are the special boss monsters in general that I'm talking about. Ones with custom, little cards. That is just a regular one. That's a regular Titan. That is a special one. And it doesn't list the S rating. I think, if I remember correctly, the S ranks are very special ones that do not normally show up, in this list. Yeah, see, that's a boss monster right there. You can't get them. So some of these are just regulars. That one might actually be a boss monster. I'm not sure. Can't remember if that's just a regular Hopper Quazo hybrid or yeah. That one I'm pretty sure is a special boss monster. And Kamui is boss. That one might be... No, it looks like a gel hybrid. That one I'm pretty sure is actually a boss monster. Same with that one. That one I believe is a boss monster. I'm not sure though. Yeah, but yeah, it is a boss monster. That one is definitely a boss monster. I believe that is actually a boss monster. Low level one. Oh, that one I'm pretty sure is one, because I remember that's not the jail hybrid. I believe that is a boss. That one is definitely a boss. That is a special dragon one. And woof. If you get him, kiss your ass goodbye. Unless you got a super powered one. I believe that is a boss as well. Anyway. Need to send it to Mandy. Oh, cool. New ability. Oh, failure. And we got a... unfortunate. So, we had to reset. Generally speaking, you want to save before doing this because bad things like that can happen. Alright. Let's save so we don't have to do that again. That way we have a hard save. So it's going to be failure again. Okay, so basically you want to avoid, okay, there's two ways to make this outcome work. One is obviously a full success, that you can get a boss fight, so you get a chance at, recompensating your money spent. And that leads into coming out with the spear. That's the other outcome is what we just saw, where we failed, but we did not get injured, and we got the spear. The general idea is get the spear. Now, we should be seeing an event soon. Oh, you dicks. Yeah, you would do this now, huh? Haha. This is the event, so the week after you return with it. So this Centaur can be beaten, but you can see he's very strong. Normally he's not meant to be beaten, but he can be. It doesn't impact either way. You still get the unlock. Okay, so I don't think we can give up. Let's see. There we go. Come on. There. Don't risk it. He is extremely strong, and generally speaking, you would want to send your ranking up monster against him. But it doesn't matter. Now, don't think it's counted towards the win-loss either. Let's rest our monster though. Woof. I don't like that whimpering. That pain. The sound of pain and all that. Pop a nut toy to help it out too. So after errantry or stuff like that, just rest, okay? It's much better just to take that rest. Let's see. Just use our generic hangers. So it doesn't matter because we're just unlocking a basic Centaur. And that's generally how you do stuff like a Phoenix Unlock, Joker Unlock, and more. You need to get the items, and then once you've unlocked it for the first time, you don't have to go back and get the item again. You can just go straight to the CD Shrine. Yeah, kind of crappy stats. You see, he starts out with good nature. Oh, you know, this is kind of funny. If we didn't, already have other plans, the tablet would be good. The battle, I found out what liking and disliking battle means. It's not necessarily a stress or dislike of the trainer indicator. What it means is, if a monster likes battle, then every time you complete a battle tournament, they will get +1 on the stats they learn. Much like the training drill bonuses I explained before. What the opposite is, when they dislike battle, they receive -1. So yeah, it's something to consider. Especially when you try to min-max. Huh. So we're gonna freeze. And now we're gonna go get Blue Thunder. Actually, we're going to revive a monster real quick. We're going to go to week 1, the next week, then come back and get Blue Thunder. Let's see, do we have a battle this week? Nope, next week, okay. Need to consider breaking out. Well, we're actually pretty good on money right now. We don't need to go, prize fighting for a while. And remember, tigers get bonuses to run. Or at least the White Hound does. That may have been bad info that I gave in the previous VOD. That tigers got bonuses. Let me check actually. It's White Hound that gets the bonus to run. So I'll see if it's actually all tigers or just White Hound. Okay, quick look. It is just White Hound. Or rather, that specific one will get bonuses to run. And another one does get, another variant does get the, bonus to run. The other gets bonuses to Parepare. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go back and freeze. I'm going to show you what happens when you try to unlock a boss monster that you haven't seen yet. Again, you have to see the boss monster in order to unlock him. Okay, so we're going to try to unlock a Kamui. Let's see here. Doesn't matter which one we pick, from the two unlock codes here, courtesy of the database that's on Legend Cup. Let's see. Oh, so that's how we get it about the pop-up. Okay. So this is what it looks like when you try to unlock a rare monster that is one you don't qualify for. And it's interesting that she can shut you down like that. Anyway, now we're going to unlock Blue Thunder. Now let me go look it up. And the main reason I'm switching to it is because I'm not pleased with the Hinger's speed. I'm not a fan of huge fan of late bloomers like that, especially if we need it for a specific purpose. If it was anything else, I would definitely consider it, But considering this early into the game, so to speak, yeah, you kind of want to look for something that's got a faster growth rate. Now let's see. This one starts out pretty strong. Let's see. And remember, if you look at the glowing orbs as they start forming, you get a general idea of what kind of monster you're going to get, because they all use specific ones. Like that one is, as far as I know, it's only for the centaurs. And we've seen the ones for pixie and white, tigers. And you can see he starts out very strong. These are very solid stats. Remember, you only need to take a monster to B rank, so basically you need to be able to clear C rank without hassle. Now, he starts out with Meteor Drive, as well as he's precocious, that means he tends to spike early on. And we want to get hit, he's got A rank growth for Intelligence, which is amazing because Intelligence is going to be required for some of the shortcuts, as well as some of the obstacles, and more. He's also got B rank for, B rank for power, C rank for skill. B def are not necessary for expeditions, so you don't need to worry too much about that. As long as you can get the C rank, clear C rank safely. Power and life are your big ones, though. So you can safely leave speed and def as a dump stat. Yes, we will continue to be corny. It is our way. He starts out neutral. Now he's actually got, according to this, he actually has negative points towards bad alignment. So you want to try to push him towards good as soon as possible, because good monsters live longer, bad monsters, die sooner. And you got potato, and that's okay. Neither one matters because we're feed them tablets. Oh wow! So Meteor Drive has an S rating. Meaning, once you get that power up, you should be able to cruise very easily through the C rank in order to get to expeditions. So, yeah, that is extremely strong. But notice the hit percentage is really low. Fortunately, we won't be battling until we're ready to get him up, so yeah. Take a look at his card. So he's an A rank card. Oh wow, straight up calling him Thor. So this brings up interesting questions like what happened to where Thor has descendants that are centaurs? I'm thinking Loki was involved because that happened. That was a thing. Once you get to him to B rank in between expeditions, you may want to consider using him to farm, stuff like that. But generally speaking, your expedition monster should be mostly concerned with doing expeditions and possibly extra stuff like that. You can use your workhorse monster to get up, or you can use your rank up monster. But I would not suggest it because your rank up monster should be exclusively for big battles like the Fimba meet. Or post S rank cups. So I would not suggest using your rank up monster for that. Anyway, now that we got our expedition monster again, that should be performing better than the Hinger, we're gonna be back when we're ready to do more expeditions. All right, hello. So we are back. We are ready to do expeditions, and we are doing our first one after Kawrea, the Volcano. So this is actually a good one to start your expedition with because you can get access to golden beaches from here. This is the Parepare Jungle expedition. And the funny thing is, he will always say that even if the monster didn't go, because we actually took our pixie on the adventure. You can tell she does not like Kawrea much. And notice she always changes her gear too. Now let me look at a map. You definitely want to consult a map because you can get lost here very easily. Let's see. Parepare Jungle. Oh, and before we continue on, let's see if we can pause it. There we go. So, according to the Legend Cup, there's important information about the DX versions. One, they don't age you for the duration of the expedition, so you get 70 fatigue when you get done. When you if you start an expedition with 0 stress and 0 fatigue, you'll come back aged 4 weeks, but only lost 2 weeks out lost lifespan. You'll be at 70 fatigue. That's actually good to know. DX changed some things around. Okay, so let's see here. Where is Parepare? Alright, so here we are to start. We want to go straight to the Golden Peach. Alright, so we're going to take a left. Actually, let me pull this up. Alright, so we're looking for towers. Alright. Here's your first obstacle. Since we have high power, we'll be fine. And it costs 10 life energy points every time you do that. And since we have high intelligence, we got this. Go ahead and clear it out. So sometimes you can have duds even with high int. So it's kind of RNG, but less likely to happen. Now this building gets us access to, let's see. Actually nothing particularly useful in here. So we're gonna go straight to the Golden Peach instead. What are they growing down here? Now this is the Hound Unlock. You need to get this done. If you want to unlock Hounds, you need to do this. Then it will unlock the Hound Invitational. So you need 300 int in order to access that, in order to grab it. And you can get pure silver from this area too, from this building rather. Let's see, get rid of that mint leaf because that's just a replacement. And we gotta be careful because we're starting to get low a bit. Well, once we get the silver, it's probably best to leave it. You can stop doing that now. Any time now, bud. There's 2 items left. Wow. Really gonna make us run it down, huh? Alright. One more. Going a long way, aren't you? Okay, so unfortunately no silver in there. Once you get to Peach, get out. There it is. Now, gold features, we'll go into more after this expedition. Now, let's see. I don't think there's anything else valuable in there. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. So we're going to return because we accomplished our mission. Let me see if there's anything interesting in this one. Doesn't look like it. I don't see anything on here indicating we should waste our time here. So we're going to return. We are getting extremely low, so we're going to return. Great, maybe. Once your monster gets back, make sure to replenish it. Remove fatigue, give them a rest, and sell off any excess junk. Oh, and you have to activate the event by this. 15 million, damn. Make sure to always clear out your inventory before you do a expedition if you can. It's best for to start doing expeditions after you've gotten your house upgraded a few times because you need the space or selling off stuff that you know you're not going to be using. Like here, we use these for training and all that. So go ahead and rest. And you do not need to advance your monster any further if it's an expedition monster. Make sure to keep pumping life and skill because you want to have at least 300 skill. And we're almost at that threshold. And keep pumping life and skill otherwise, once you meet the minimum stat requirements otherwise. You saw we had around 280 energy in there, and we're at around 330 life, so the energy count is probably something close to like life minus 50 or so. Let's see here. Okay, so sound died randomly again. So you need to have an A-grade monster. It has to be exactly A-grade. And after the rumor, you get invited to the Double-Edged Invitational on February 1st. I don't think we have any A-grade monsters that can do that. We'll take a look in a moment. 7 losses overall. We have no A rank, so there's no way to downgrade a monster. So we would promote one of our B rank monsters to it. And I suppose in theory we could, do this, but there's not much reason otherwise unless you really want to use your expedition monster to unlock Durhan. Now let's see here. Oh, and apparently you don't need the old Sheath anymore after hearing it. After hearing the rumor. Interesting. We can go ahead and sell it then. Wait, where is it? There it is. So again, keep pumping your stats. And make sure to keep your fatigue down. And look at that, we just hit 300. Very nice, isn't it? So I think we will take this to be an A rank monster so we can show the Round Unlock. So we'll see you when we get to that point. Alright, hello, welcome back. I decided not to raise his rank anymore. We have all we need for expeditions at this point. And we'll make a dedicated unlock monster for stuff like the Durhan Invitational as well as unlocking other things. Now, notice she likes him a lot more than she likes Kawrea. Now, this unlock expedition leads to another monster unlock. All four of them, including the first Kawrea one, will lead to monster unlocks. Some can be gained by the item there already. That you can find inside the expedition, but some require you find an item and then extra steps. So let me pull up the map for this one. Let's see which this is. Torles Mountains. Now, Torles Mountains actually has 2 monsters you can unlock from here. One is requires you to have a trainer rank of 7 or so, 7th rank, and the other requires you to have made the Quack dolls. So unfortunately, we cannot get the glue right now because that does require a doll made first, and you need to have at least 500 int to find the first item, and 350 for the glue, on top of 600, for multiple obstacles, and 400 for another obstacle. That being said, let me look at the map. Okay, the big Footstep is all the way towards the upper right of the map, so we got a long way to go. I think there are teleports in this. Oh yeah, there are teleports here, but I am not good with them. So yeah, we're gonna have to try walking all the way over there. Notice we got 250 energy, so we got a long way to work with. Again, as far as I know, if all the obstacles are permanently removed when you clear them out. So a little RNG there. We have good strength, but yeah, that can still happen. Shortcut! We found a teleport. Okay, looks like it took us back out here, so we should be careful about that. You know, take a left next time. Okay, yeah. Once you get the big footstep, get out. We may not be able to get it spawned because we don't have the trainer rank yet. We'll see as soon as we get in. Ooh, interesting. I don't remember seeing that item before. So if it's here, it's the last item. Well, you can stop that anytime now, bud. Okay, let's see if this is the last one or not. Yes, okay, so you can still get it, but you cannot complete it until you hit the trainer rank 7 or higher. Now we're gonna haul ass out of here. See, we're getting low on energy, so we cannot do any more right now. Oh, crap. Okay, cool. We got out. We got lucky with those teleports. All right. So the expeditions basically feed into unlock storylines, as if you could really call it that. Now, if you... Okay, so let's see here. Let me double check the instructions on that. Alright, so... Oh, actually... Oh... Yeah, okay, yeah. So I was wrong on the trainer rank. It's actually trainer rank, grade 6. And we've not... Let's check our rank. We are rank 5, okay. So, when you get rank 6, that means you have to beat the S grade official. And you have to complete the first, the Phoenix Volcano adventure. Now, once you do that, attend the Torles, expedition. You need, we've gone over the instructions for that. You gotta get the big footstep from the snowman all the way at the top right, and you saw how to get there. And it has to be at least 500 for it to show up. It's a chance for it, it's not guaranteed. Now you need to send a monster to the Papa's entry, which is the sharp entry. You'll be warned about Big Hand. So at that point, it's going to be an RNG when the Geo shows up. Once you get that done, combine it with the item you get from there, and then you have, a Geo unlock. Now we're going to rest. Oh, yeah, she saw it. Inventory. Let's see, I want to see if that Firestone actually does anything, because I don't think it does. Let's see, items. Let's see, Firestone. Okay, so it reduces fatigue during the winter months. Interesting. Oh, and the lump of ice does the same, but only during June to August. That's pretty cool. I did not know that was a possible thing. I always thought it was just there for decoration. I thought it was just some kind of random item. Flavor. That's what it was. I thought it was for flavor, but we don't need that because we have a lot of stuff that reduces it anyway. And you can go ahead and sell the big Footstep once it's done. Let's see. I like the description. All right. So we go resupply a bit because we want to bring it down our monsters, fatigue big time. All right. So again, you're going back to shoot and increasing his life as well with the run drills. Oh, and we forgot to give it to him, didn't we? Yeah. Whoops. Not like it matters that much. Yeah, just go ahead and rest him. And honestly, we should have rested anyway. Okay, so this is actually an important message. Now, when you see this kind of a message, it means that the monster has entered the perimeter alive, meaning they have the best potential stat up gains. Now, this is also a point where if you have a golden peach, you will use it, because it will extend at that stage. Meaning it's much easier to hit multiple stats with over 700 800 points if you're raising a monster that way. Like if you saw our Pixie, she had nearly 700 in secondary stats, on top of almost on top of maxed out intelligence. So this would be the best time to do it if you have a golden peach, and that's why I suggest if you have a monster that you're going to be raising this way, using peaches and everything, freeze them at this point, because you want to go and farm peaches from the Parepare expedition, and then when you have that all done, bam. Now I think, if I remember correctly, peaches were actually 4th limited. I don't. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see anything here. I could have sworn that peaches were, that you can only use one per monster. Maybe that was a Monster Rancher 1 thing. Let me check. Because I'm kind of confused of what I'm remembering wrong. Yep. Okay, Monster Rancher 2, you can only feed it once, one golden peach. So basically, it gives you a year and 2 weeks of extra game time, which is odd because 50 weeks is less than less than a year. I don't get it either. Now let me look up the silver peach. The silver peach. Silver peach might be unlimited. Okay, so no. Gold peach and silver peach will they can only be used once per monster. And what it does is the silver peach will extend your lifespan by 25 weeks, which basically means use it at the same time you use a golden peach. So you have to pay attention to when you use the golden peach. That way you can extend it more. However, I think that doesn't actually matter. So let me see. Okay, so the weeks are immediately added. So I imagine you get, if you do golden peach then a silver peach, you get those 75 weeks. And you cannot roll back a monster's life stage. And let's see, it's adjusted the week after the peach is fed. Okay, so interesting here is you cannot roll back a monster's life stage to stage 1 because the game is simply not coded to check for that. You can only revert it back to stage 2, it seems. Okay, it talks about breakpoints and all that, which are kind of a little bit technical, so. Okay, so yeah, generally speaking, in single player, you want to use, according to Legend Cup, you want to use it for Life Stage Prime, which is X number of weeks after the start of Stage 5. So basically, you live through Stage 5 multiple times when your stat gains are scaling the highest. And you have to be careful, because, again, according to them, they talk about how some short-lived monsters can have odd behaviors. And yeah, it talks about how you can break Prince Hair. Interesting. Not something I'm really comprehend here, but yeah, it seems goofy. That being said, okay. So now, like I said, this would be when you see that kind of a pop-up or something similar, that's when you want to do it. Now let's see. Our next one is in June. Oh, this is a elimination year. Ooh, we are going to have to do that with our Pixie because we need money by the end. Alright, so we're going to do, lake drills and all that. And we will see you next time for the Kawrea expedition. Alright, here we are. This is time for the second Kawrea expedition. Now, I think you can get extra dialogue if you see that after, if you see the Torles expedition before seeing him again. I'm not actually sure. Now let's see here. Alright, so we need to pull up the Kawrea one before we set off. Alright, just a moment. Alright, so here there are two monsters you can pick up. Let me check. Yes, there are two monsters. This is mostly one you would go for a farm run on, in the sense that there's a lot of materials you can pick up. That sell very well, like mostly pure gold and all that. Now there are, so the two monsters you can get here are Phoenix and Joker. Unfortunately, we can't pull up a map or anything. Force a habit to try to pull up a map here. That being said, now we got the map here, so we're going to go forward. And hang a yep. Keep smacking it. RNG is just not in our favor. Whoa, this is really, really unusual, huh? There we go. Trying to be stubborn on us. We found a shortcut, so you want to come all the way over here. And clean the place out. Wow. I feel like it's always the last item. Hey. Okay, so sometimes they'll take the long way around instead of the obvious route. I don't know why. Now that's interesting. Let me take a look here. Something seems off. Because we're in the right spot. We have to, okay, so you need 300 skill. But we have that much. So sometimes RNG can just screw you. And if that's the case, you want to reload. Actually, make sure to have a hard save so you don't have to worry about getting cheated by autosave. Make sure to rest before expedition move. And this is also a mock update. So it's getting close to the point where the tree's gonna die. Oh, and that's the wrong way. Thought we were coming close to the shortcut. Ah, RNG didn't screw us this time. Alright. Let's see what we got. There it is. So that is the Joker mask, which allows you to unlock Jokers once you use it as a combination in ingredient. Now, if you go all the way over here, let's see, checking the map. Unless you have an extremely high amount of life, you don't want to try to risk getting Joker and this one at the same time. Now here is where you can get multiple pure golds. If you're lucky. Well, we got jack squat so far. Eesh. There we go. Okay, good. Oh, look at that. We're just going to get rid of these. And there's nothing else there. So that is the, let's see, it's called the, well, it's not actually called anything. But it is a location to get Fire Feather if you have 200, 200 or more int. There is another location here that you can get one at if you did not get it from the Kawrea Volcano when you first first went and unlocked. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, now there are other locations around here, but most of them don't really have much use for you. You basically want to go to B or A on the map, but it's available at legendcup.com. And, the B is the location we went to first for the Joker mask. Now let's see here. Let's see, we could try... Okay, sometimes the pure Platina drops inside the Joker mask location. Hmm. We are done here. Oh, crap. Did not realize there's a teleport there. There we go. Phew. So, once you get the main unlock item from a expedition, that is it for the expedition's little mini storyline. These expeditions don't really go anywhere. It's kind of like a perma loop thing. Well, we're looking for clues. We found clues. We're looking for clues. We found clues. But they do lead to other unlocks over time. And this is what happens when you come back with the Joker mask. You can tell Pabson is an idiot. And once you do that, you unlock the ability to get Jokers from the Binding as well as the CD Shrine. We're actually going to take a look at it. I think we have some spare monsters. Yeah, I ended up having to clear out some of our, items in order to fit more stuff in. We'll just use those Suki Suezos. At this point, we don't need to do it because, Suki Suezo cheese is best used in your first year when you're trying to get money together. And, this Phoenix is junk, and you get better ones from CDs anyway. And you can see he starts out pretty nicely, but that is because it's a Phoenix and a Suezo, so, Suki Suezo. Jokers by default all start out with evil nature. And you can tell, and you can see they don't have to be evil to use it. They have to be evil to learn it. So that's an important thing to know, is that they only have to be evil or good to learn a technique, but they don't have to actually be evil or good to use that technique. That's an interesting little loophole. And let me see here. I'm looking up Jokers real quick. Pretty much all of them have negative nature. Joker by default is an evil creature, evil monster. That's just kind of in the game's lore. Let's see. Most of them are also short-lived. And I don't know why the sound keeps cutting out like that. It's so annoying. Let's see. The only Jokers that don't start out evil are the Blue Terror ones, which are a Joker Tiger hybrid. Those do not start out evil. And let's see. Most of them do not live very long because, again, evil creatures. Evil tends to have shorter lives. So, assuming however, the unique Joker, Bloodshed. Well, that's an interesting one. Assuming a year is 50 weeks in game, that means the Bloodsheds all live for 6 years without any modifiers kicking in, whereas others live a little longer, some a little shorter. Either way, that is what you're working with when it comes to Jokers. Let me see if I can kick the sound up again. Yeah, that's so weird. Anyway, that's the Joker unlock. Let's put him back in the fridge. And we're getting ready for the Invitational because we need money, and we are probably going to use her to finish ranking up so we can see other things unlocked. And then I would decide again if I want to do a unlock monster, because there's a lot of stuff in there that we haven't unlocked yet because we don't have upgrades, or we haven't hit other story events and all that. So we'll see you soon for when it's time to do more S grade tournaments. All right, so here we are back, and we're getting ready to finish this out, so to speak. We're not quite done yet, but it's time to do the S rank tournament. Alright, so our first opponent is a Dragon Zoom hybrid. Not much different from Zoom's other than he's got a bit higher stats than you expected as per befitting an S-rank monsters. So notice he's got high speed and high skill, which means he's going to dodge a lot and he's going to hit a lot. Also got pretty strong int and power, so be careful. But versus a near max pixie, he's nothing. Now notice we are up against a Hinger, which is a Dragon Hinger mix. No, in S rank and A rank, you're going to start seeing a lot more dragons and dragon hybrids. That was a close one. So by default, dragons tend to have, dragon hybrids tend to have much more all-around stats. And we're up against another color Pandora. This one has extremely high life. And you'll notice he also has pretty decent intelligence, skill, and speed. All S-rank monsters, for the most part, are going to have at least 300 in all stats, with some specializing towards their breeds or sub-breeds, special types. So it's going to start becoming much more important in S rank gameplay to have at least a level 2 or 3 ability that you can reliably hit. So, for example, Ray is a level 1 ability, right? Giga Ray is level 2. Well, actually, Mega Ray is level 2. Giga Ray is level 3. This is partly because of their defense stats, so you need strong damage, and because you should not try to rely too much on default abilities regardless of monster, unless it's an expedition monster. Sweet. 2 more and we got this. Going by the scores, I think we could safely lose 2, games. Yeah, we could lose 2 matches and we'll still have a tiebreaker forced. Alright, so this is a Baku Golem hybrid. Notice he has extremely high defense. I think this may actually be the highest defense of the S rank monsters, in the sense that this is at the S rank grade, the rank upgrade monsters. He's probably got the highest defense. I think I'm not really 100% sure. No, I believe there are some post S rank monsters that have higher defense than him. But generally speaking, this is a good example of how naturally tanky but slow in less in skill that some of these other golem monsters have, the hybrids. But you can use that to your advantage, turn him into a punching bag. Oh, no, sorry, I forgot to talk about his stats now. This is a Joker. Jokers by default have high hit, int, and skill, and they hurt like hell. So you gotta be fast against one, or they will mess you up. And I keep hitting the, see, so something I dislike about some of the monsters, they will force a range on you. It's kind of annoying. So here I'm trying to spam, hit Mega Ray and bam. Ooh! I hope that's not an injury. Okay, so going by the win-loss record, we have this. But, he was forcing, mid-range on us. We were having trouble hitting it because we ended up hitting Kiss instead. So if we managed to get our Mega Rays off, we would have won that easy. So now we're in the post game, so to speak. Once you win the S rank, official tournament, you start entering a post game, which involves increasing your rank even more. Very nice. 2 good skills we needed. And also note, we gave her a golden peach off screen because we want her to be her lifespan to extend hard. And it should be possible to, assuming your monster is strong enough when you clear the S rank tournament, to do all 4 of the post S rank tournaments for the ranking up. And now we're 6th rank, so that means we can actually get more monsters that unlock at this point. And we're not doing expeditions because, it tells she just does not like him. And the dialogue, whenever an expedition shows up that you've gotten the story objective for, so to speak, they'll alter their dialogue. So we're gonna rest her. Because that was a good fight. Let's see here. Now the post official tournament ones, the rank ups will come at specific intervals. Let's see here. So I'm trying to find the list of it. Yeah, Ben wants to look up the tournament. Well, this could take a moment. Oh, wait, I think I need to find the calendar. That should help. Okay, so we are in. There it is. That may actually be the reference, the start. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. Once you start, get your S rank. Once you first clear the S rank and you have a monster that's considered in the post game, you start getting the invites. They happen the second week of, specific months. So these are the major 4. And it shows up on the calendar. I believe you don't need to be invited again. You only need to clear S rank again with a new monster. And notice how much money it gives. That's a good chunk, isn't it? Let's see. So our first one is World Monsters Cup. Then the next one is, let's see. Yeah, the next one will be Greatest 4 in January. And then you have, let's see. Okay, you have a fifth cup in March, but you had to clear the other 4 first. And the M1 Grand Prix is in April. So basically they're in most major seasons. This is fall, then you got one in, let's see, one in spring. And then you have one in July, so one each major, about midway through each season. Oh, and apparently it silently appears every year. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry, looking at the wrong one. That's for the silent invite is for Fimba meat. All right, so we're gonna stay in this. We're just doing some training then. Don't need to worry about penalties as much. Yeah, since we're doing lesser stuff. Oh, I kind of forgot. When you hit 6th rank, you get a major discount, so use that to buy up. I want to keep her fatigue down as much as possible. Damn. It's been a while since we gave everyone. We got, you know, a tournament next month, so go ahead and rest her, and make sure to save when you get when the week starts. Now, you're going to get S-rank opponents only when you do these as expected. Now, you're going to see ones you don't see inside the regular rank up official cups. Notice, so this is a Dragon Joker hybrid. Notice he has extremely high int, probably the highest int of the S rank monsters. If I remember correctly, he does have the highest, but he's gonna be relying a lot on his int green techniques. So look at his skill, but notice he's got low speed and defense. Those are the only ways you're gonna be able to deal with him. Ouch. So that could happen. That's something I talked about before, where it just seems like they say, "Nah, we're gonna hit," even when they're extremely low. This is a Zilla Gel hybrid that we're going up against. High power, high life, and decent defense, but he's slow and doesn't have any. He's going to have trouble hitting. Ow, what? That was a 6% chance, so that's what I'm talking about. That it just seems like the AI will just say, no, we hit. And since that was an injury, we reset. Never let your monster be injured. Always reload. So yeah, that was just fishy to me, Like, 6% chance, but he hits twice. Well, it looked like he hit twice anyway. Felt like it anyway. That is something you got to deal with. That sometimes the RNG will not show what it says it's showing. The hit percentage will not be what it actually says it is. You got to be quick on the draw because, as you saw, he will. Yeah, see. I'm not sure what's going on here because these guys are hitting when they shouldn't. We have another injury. All right, yeah, we gotta have high speed, and they're still hitting pretty easily, even though they shouldn't. But at least with the dragon, hey, that's high skill. I can understand that. But that Zilla, yeah, and you can't skip these little cutscenes. These all show up with each, the major four. There we go. So yeah, you do have to prepare yourself for the fact you're going to have to save and reload a lot of these fights. Okay, so Zealandia cannot be a rematch, but we could get a rematch with either one of the other ones. We're up against a Pixie Dragon hybrid. She has extremely high skill and speed, but the rest of her stats are not as high as they could be for a Dragon hybrid. Ooh, there we go. One down. So you get $250 a pop for each win in the S brackets. And a huge amount of money. And the first week after, you get your upgrade. Okay, so this is the Wracky Unlock. Now, once you have a monster die after you receive it, then you get, it unlocked. So let's see. Yeah, let's go do that real quick. Use Suki Suezo real quick. Unlock it. You want to take a turn here, bud? Here we go. Why is she so attached? She knew him for less than a week. Natural causes my ass. As natural as a synthetic creature can be. Okay, I think I missed a step somewhere because we should have actually gotten it to pop. Okay, let me check the unlock requirement. I may have screwed this up somewhere. The unlock Wracky. Oh, we have to keep throwing it away. Oh, never mind. Oh, okay, so we had to wait for an event flag first. Ah! Interestingly enough, if Mach and Wracky are both ready to be unlocked after a death of a monster, then Mach goes first. Interesting. Okay, so I screwed it up. We got to wait for the event flag, then we'll go back and get another Suki Suezo. Oh, she got her Nikes on. There it is. Okay, now that it's moved, we go back and get another Siki Suezo. So we just did a little too early, 1 week early. We can check our history. There it is. I just love the spirits like, nah, I'm out. Screw him. Put him in, just dig a hole and put him in it. He is cannon fodder, monster. If he was a monster we actually cared about, we would. There it is. Now, here we go. And this is one of the few times you can see alternate sprites for Colt in her funeral gear. Hang on, let me... There. Gibberish. Okay, so it doesn't make it matter to fast forward. You're like it, eating it like it, buddy. So this is a Wracky. A Wracky, the name is obviously a play on Chucky. And he is basically Monster Rancher's version of the Chucky doll. Oh, well, screw you, buddy. You're not staying here long enough to be for that tap of dislike to matter. Anyway, by default, they are considered evil, and they start out with worse natures. Notice he has a pretty decent, hit percentage on his starting tech. So let me go look up let's see, where is it? There it is. Now, not all Wrackies gained from, the shrine are normally evil, however, some are naturally towards evil. For example, one of the special, Wrackies will, one has a positive nature and the other has a extremely negative nature on the same variant. Rather, it's a variant of the same one. And then you have another one which has, another mix of good and evil aligned. Now, something to note is Wrackies have extremely long lifespans. If you're looking to try to get the Elder's Cup, Wrackies are a great one for that. Most of these have, let's see. Yeah, most of these guys will live for at least 8 years, more if you have Peaches. Since Peaches add at least a year. And of course, your training method will matter too. But most of these guys have 400 or 40 more weeks of life. let's see, the longest one is, I think the longest one is the Wracky Mock Hybrid. Let's see, yeah, dragons are the shortest looking ones. they look kind of funny though. Like, wow. So most of these have a minimum of 390 weeks. Even the Joker hybrids by Joker hybrids, as in a monster infused by a Joker rather than a Joker infused by somebody else. Monsters of Jokers and subspecies, they tend to live shorter because of that. However, even the Wracky one will still have 400 weeks on there. So, generally speaking, if you want to take a shot at getting the Elder's Cup, you want to look at Wracky. Wrackies are very up there for lifespan. The default Wracky, like what we have now, is a 500 week one. So that's a good 10 years. And I would suggest if you're going for Wrackies, looks like, well, I'm actually not sure. I wasn't looking at the stats, but starting out, the Santee one is actually pretty decent. It's got over 100 stats in there, all of them on one variant. It starts out with good line nature, and it's got normal training bonus, so he'll hit his peaks like the Pixie did. But he lives a long time, and if you want to take a crack at it, that's your character. And also, given a long lifetime, you probably want to consider them for expeditions as well. So let's go ahead and freeze them. Then I'm going to show the Santee. So let's see here. What is the title again? Now keep in mind, you want to consult Legend Cup's CD list, because they'll show you the stats and everything, and you got to pay attention to what the gain rate is. Because even within the same monster, there may be multiple variants that change even the growth rate. Like, for example, the Santee unique monster. There are monsters, there are variants that have Int as a low gain at C rank, but there are also ones that have it as a B gain. This can make a huge difference when you want to, look up, when you want to train a specific stat or a specific type of technique. And some will start out with different extra techniques. So you have to keep that in your mind. That being said, this is just an example one, rather than a serious commitment. And the sound died again. I don't get it. Let's see here. We're going to go with... this thing. You can see he starts out with high int. Nice potato. That could be useful. And he doesn't start out with a bonus technique, unfortunately. But he is one of those stronger ones for starting stats. You can pick, if you look at the list, you can pick one that has, either heavy punch or head spike. And I'm not sure what the types, those techniques are. They sound like power techniques. Let's see, wait. Where is he? There we go, Wracky. Yeah. Huh. So that could just be a in joke with a lot of Japanese games would do in jokes like that where they put somebody important to the company inside, or some kind of parody of something that's related to Japanese life. Like I remember there was supposed to be a joke character in the early Marvel vs. Capcom games that was based on, I think, one of the producers or a caricature of Japanese culture. I can't remember which one it was. But silly in jokes like that. So you need your post-S-Rank monster in order to keep getting the invites. And let's see, we should be coming up on our next one. Yeah, okay, it's in March. So we'll see you then. Alright, we are back and we're ready to take care of the next one. Alright, so we got rematch with Zelendia, as well as a new Joker and a Durahan. Wow, how did we get hit? Look at that, it's an 18% chance, man. It's honestly really annoying seeing that. Alright, so this is a dragon, Joker Dragon hybrid. Notice he has extremely high power, intelligence, and skill, so if he hits, he's hitting hard. However, his life and defense stats are really low. Okay, so we can force a rematch with Loveless. Now, this is a purebred Durahan. Durahans by default are normally based around going 80 damage, rather physical damage, so POW techniques. However, this one has extremely high defense, and this is actually probably the highest monster in the entire game with that kind of defense. Maybe one of the boss monsters has higher. But he is extremely durable. He's got a lot of skill and power. Notice how low damage we're doing to him. You may want to consider getting your level 3 technique at this point. Wow! He actually hit that. Alright, so we reset. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Roasted from the start. Great. So yeah, this is going to happen a lot. You have to be careful. And pretty much accept it's going to happen. Wow. So if you get to lose the state, just reset. Okay, sound just cuts out while we're fighting. Right, the music cuts out. It's only the music that does it. And you can unstuck the music by just go to the menu. I don't understand why it keeps doing it either. It's like I'm not sure what's causing it. I remember we had this problem during the LP as well. There we go, 2 wins. So we should be able to just, lose the next one. And, well, we gotta see where Loveless is at. Oh, this is gonna be we have to win. He did not lose at all. Woo! Jesus! Rapid fire! What? No way! He got it off as the frame tick down. So that's the kind of thing that can just happen, and it's unfortunate. So this is why I suggest getting your level 3 technique as soon as possible, because that's going to keep happening. We need to be able to quickly drop some of these guys before they can get a guts stock up. It's either that or hope he gets a loss, 2 losses on the way, because Loveless is probably one of the most annoying ones to deal with, just because he seems like he hits way more than you think he would be able to. Alright. Oh, and he popped Grit. Grit is what it seems like. So yeah, Grit allows a monster to get back up at 1 hit point. It's very RNG though. Oh, a 1-shot, nice. He copped the loss, so if we lose, we can force a tiebreaker. Ooh, we copped a crit. Nice. Well, unfortunate. So we can force a tiebreaker at least. But he is by far the most dangerous monster you're going to have in this specific cup. Just because of the kind of stunts he pulls. There it is. He's down to 1 hit point. Okay, we got it. So yeah, it took a few tries, but this is just something you should be prepared for to save and reload. Due to how fast the combat is, it doesn't take very long, unless you have very unlucky RNG. Hey, Frank. Pop nut oil and rest. She just went to hell and back. You know, they always refer to the monsters as gender-neutral terms, but some of them are very clearly meant to be taken as male or female. So I always thought that was strange. Yeah, I thought it was strange, but you know, it kind of makes sense that they don't actually have genders. They just look like they do. You know, in many ways, it's actually an interesting concept. You know. So anyway. Our next one is should be in May, right? I couldn't remember what I said before. Let me look. Okay, so our next one. Yeah, next one is in April, actually, but we need to complete the other post-rank S-rank tournaments first. So the M1 Grand Prix is in May, so we get the invitation in April. And the Legend Cup is at the end of April, but we need to have all of them first. And it's a 1v1, huh? At this point, I say our skills high enough to reliably hit some of these techniques. So this is where I say consider doing errantry to get your last one. We're gonna do that, and then we'll come back and get the invite. And notice the training master gets a lot nicer once you upgrade your rank a bit. And this also should give us access to Jill. We have no reason for it. Yep, there it is. Now, this is how you know you're qualified for Jill if you have this pop up when you go to Papa's. You had to have the big footstep, and you had to have your rank over 6. You're around 6 or higher. And we should have qualified for Giga Ray. We're just gonna skip that. Oh, we got a Hayate instead. So reload if you do not get Jill. Since it takes almost nothing, almost no time to do it. Okay, good. So, puts us back at the start there. And there it is. This is the monster you need to defeat. Notice the stats. Very hard hitting, so you have to hope your monster has very good speed. Because, she hits hard, but her defense is kind of low. Well, it's mid-range, and her skill is not going to be enough for a high-speed character like that. You gotta hope your AI doesn't get stupid on you. Just spamming melee range stuff. Anytime now, stay at range. Yeah, so we could end up with this forever because she wants to go melee for some reason. I don't know why it does that. So you can't, unfortunately, you can't control it, and I'm just doing this out of habit. Stay at range! Sheath is spamming Kiss. If I could just remove Kiss, I would love to be able to remove it. It's an incredibly annoying technique. There we go. See? Was that so hard, baby? Stay at range. Well, okay then. Well, we somehow did that. It looked like a normal Mega Ray, though. I like how our train of thought is. We got this huge pair of boots. Let's go use this seasoning. I didn't want to go there. Okay, so we're going to combine a couple of those junk, those monsters we, popped up for, showing. So Dash will comment about the monster even if he has no actual reason to do it. Like, he commented about a phoenix, he comments about Joker, and others. Let's see, where is... There we go. The legendary monster, but it's C rank, so go figure. Honestly, it looks like a walking carpet. Yep, go ahead and let her rest. Let's check her techniques. And she does have Giga Ray. Again, you can only get this if you have a good aligned pixie. Notice the sharpness. That means it's going to have an extremely high rate of critting. And it's got higher force than the other one. You can send her to Kawrea to get the Big Bang, which is a technique that has a lot of damage, but it also has an incredibly low hit percentage rate. I think it was E rating. Since then, the next month we'll just chill here. Oh, since we're gonna do a heavy drill. Keep maxing the defense. The more defense speed you have, the more in the defense stats you have, the better. Especially since you're at this point, you're gonna be hitting. You're going against people who hit hard, and it's possible you have low life. Plus 8 on a heavy drill at this point. That's worrying, actually. We may have gone past the point where Golden Peaches kept us in prime, which is unfortunate. Single digit gains, yeah. We're starting to hit our peak. Yeah, starting to hit the end of the lifespan, unfortunately. Yep. So she's now getting single digits on drills that she favored before. So yeah, she's starting to hit her end. These will be the Twilight year soon, which means you should consider freezing your monster and bringing them out when it's time for the big tournaments. We'll give her a rest this week. And again, save. She's got 2 more to go. And here we got another Gel hybrid. We also have a Titan hybrid, as well as a plant hybrid. We've seen him before. He's in the normal S rank tournament. So most of most of the post S rank tournaments will not have repeats from the official tournaments. Most. So. Ooh! Beautiful! So this is why I say get your level 3 techniques. They help so much. And you should be able to reliably hit them as well. Anyway, this is a plant pixie hybrid. So she will have high intelligence. As you can see, high intelligence. And also high life, because plants in general tend to have high life. And pretty decent speed and skill, but very low defense. Oof. That's I couldn't tell the shade of color he was. So this is a Golem Hinger hybrid, which means he's got high power. Yeah. High power and high defense. By default, Golems have high defense and power, but more defense than anything else, and also high life. Now, notice he's got extremely high power. I think he has the highest power of all the S-rank monsters. But he's got low speed, low skill, and his intelligence is actually really high, especially considering it's a golem. But thanks to our okay, well, he's going to force there. Yeah, but thanks to our stats, we actually damage him very high, highly. So. Joke's on him. Another one down. Now, since this is May, okay, let's first get through this. 9th rank. The crowds are thinning, what? Shouldn't it be increasing? Maybe she meant the competition is thinning out, which would make more sense. So you need to have your trainer rank over a certain amount, as well as the amount of gold. She will never ask you if the purchase would mean going broke. She only asks if you have an excess amount of gold to cover the costs. Let's see. Yep, branch upgrades. Yeah, okay, so they are gated behind trainer grade. So your first, we're on the third one, which requires trainer grade 6th. Then the next one will be the 8th. And it always alternates between the house and the stable. And the same is true of your monster rank. Or rather, sorry, stable. I'm tongue-tied. So you have to have at least the gold plus. Okay, so you have to have at least 2,000 gold plus the upgrade cost, or it will not trigger. And the game will not leave you too little cash and force risk a game over. So that is the deal. Now your stable upgrades there's only 2 stable upgrades, and once you've got your second one, then you don't need to worry about that one anymore. However, once you get to your final house upgrade, then you unlock Bajarls. There. Again, I don't know why it does that so much. It's annoying. Alright, so our next one is... Let's see, battle calendar. Yep, the next one is in August, so we gotta keep her safe until July. Let's see. Okay, so you can actually find another monster here. Yeah, and it's talking about this because I think we didn't use something enough to trigger it. So we're going to have her rest again, because she's starting to get to the point where training will not do much, unfortunately. That's unusual. We should have seen the pop-up for, the expedition. Yeah, June week 1. Oh, our monster doesn't have enough, does she? Let me look. So we found a way not to get the invite net and had to turn it down. So you need at least 280 life or higher. That's why. We don't have to worry about that pop-up now. Okay, she's 4 years old. Okay. They're just going to chill here until we get the invitation. Yup, there's his retirement phase. Okay, so when you see a pop-up like that, that means your monster has entered Twilight. And that is a warning sign to either retire it or freeze it. Well, retiring is basically freezing it. However, it's also an indication that you can just freeze until it's time to do something. We're gonna do that right now. So we're gonna bring out our expedition monster and chain him up a little bit until it's time to do that. Now, let's see. If I remember correctly, when you first see that pop-up message, that means you have about 18 weeks of life left. Let me double check. Because I don't want to give out bad info by accident. Let's see. There it is. Oh, okay. So, by the way, I was actually wrong about lifespan. Earlier I talked about how Wrackies and such has long lifespans. Actually, I don't know if the list on Legend Cup is taken into account whether or not it's the DX version. I believe it is the DX version for the stats, but apparently in the original Monster Rancher 2, the North America one, they all had plus 100 weeks of life, meaning you had at least a year and a half. Well, actually, no, that's 2 years because apparently a year is 50 weeks here. So yeah, that was actually 2 plus 2 years to all monster lifespans. Oof. So yeah, that was my bad for not remembering about that. And I need to find where is this? I know there was a list there that says, what the retirement messages are. Oh, here's the warnings. Yes, okay. So, let's see. We're okay. Yes, this means she has 49 weeks left, according to this list. So that means we can only battle her about 49 times, or have 40. Yeah. And okay, so there are three messages, but they're not necessarily tied to life stage. However, they can occur mid-stage. The messages do vary slightly, but the moment they occur specific. But they can be offset by as much as 10 weeks if they're interrupted by a birthday event, so that's possible. Anyway, one is saying the monster name looks very exhausted. Maybe we should consider retiring. The other one is, monster name doesn't look very good these days. Maybe we should consider retiring. That is the first warning sign. And we just got that, so that means she has about 49 weeks left of life. So less than a year. Which means we have to get into protective mode. We got to trot her out like the Undertaker. Yeah, we're not entering him. Don't worry. Oh, well, handy. You can only buy 8 at a time, apparently, so yeah, I keep forgetting that arbitrary limit. No, I don't want to use that. Done rest, because, yeah. Oh, right, the Invitational. I forgot about this. So this is for Dragon. We should consider getting that while we're here, but this would interrupt our, yeah, see, this is Dragon. Now, that is also the same week as what we need to do for, yeah. So that's how you unlock Dragon. You need to have a B rank monster. It's over a certain level. And then you get the Dragon Test Invitational. Let's see. What else did we need for that? Okay, let me check that calendar. That's August. Yes, unfortunately, we have to pick either, you know, breaking out the Pixie for the Winners' Cup or going for the Dragon Unlock. Dragons are cool, but they are very volatile and they're a pain in the ass to race if you don't have the right setup. So we're going to end up having to have a rest a lot. Now that we have that, we can go and try to fight the dragon. So let's do that. Basically, you can actually wait. Is that right? Let me look. I think I screwed up. Sorry. Yeah, we can't do it. I'm being done. I'm so sorry, but we do want to protect our monster, so keep her frozen for the next few weeks. And if you're starved for money, which we are not right now, you could consider going in for the Papa's Cup. And notice that we have this open there even if we don't qualify because, yeah, we have the invite unlocked. Actually, we don't need any more of that. We'll just keep cranking this live. Alright, so here we go. Just let her rest. Nope. So we got some rematches from the other ones. Plant hybrid and the Joker hybrid, and now an Arrowhead hybrid. Oh! Well. Come on. There. Jeez. There we go. Well, plant monsters, be careful. Their int techniques usually are much stronger than their power ones. Alright, so this is a Brigandi who is a Arrowhead Joker hybrid. And you can see he has very strong stats overall. His weakness is speed. So he's going to have a hard time dodging stuff. But he has incredibly high defense. Oh, come on! 28%, people. 28%. Some of the RNG in this game is just ridiculous. It really feels like they have higher hit percentages than it says that they do. So yeah, you can't get annoyed by this, as you can see here. Fortunately, it doesn't take very long to get back in there. One-shotted, unfortunate. Remember, you can force a tiebreaker as long as you win the majority of matches, even if you take a loss or two. Assuming, you don't have someone else win streaking. So we can force a rematch here with Carmine, most likely. I don't know. I think he's going to get a quick win streak. Oh, it is a rematch scenario with Carmine. There we go. We got it. So we're going to freeze her and we'll be ready for the Legend Cup. Oh, right. Okay, so yeah, actually, I forgot about this. So when you win your fourth one, then you get the ceremony. But then there's the post major 4 with the Legend Cup. So this is the master ceremony. Okay, so can't skip this little animation. And we can't skip this apparently. I don't remember being able to skip it anyway, so basically you still have one more tournament to go after that. Come on, let me through. Alright, so we're going to pause here, and we're going to come back when it's time for the Legend Cup, as that is the final one. Hello. So, we're still getting ready for our Legend Cup. However, this is wanted to show the first of the Metalner Unlock events. Now, if the skies are clear and you're at least channel rank 8, in September, it has to be at least 10 years since game start. So in September of every year after those 10 years, and assuming the skies are clear, a UFO will show up. It just happened 2 more times. After the 3rd time, then you get the unlock. And this is basically saying what's going to happen. It's going to tell you what's going to happen. So the last week of August, you should save the game and then reload if it is not clear during the first week of September. Okay, so I was actually wrong about this. I reread it. It's not once for every 3 years. It's actually until November 4th or until the event's finished, whichever happens first. So the rain is RNG, so you, in theory, can have it all complete within your first month. Here we go. And also, I forgot to talk about this, but apparently it's a myth that the believing in aliens affects it. It's just there for flavor. So apparently it's just a myth. It doesn't matter if you have it or not. If you've said yes or no, because Metalner will come up regardless. So you might want to consider saving when this happens and reloading until you get a clear night. Yep, here we go. This is the last one. We're just gonna ambush them. Damn, dissing us too, man. Man, what a prick. So she recognizes it, apparently. See, there's like just straight no suspension of disbelief here. So go ahead and show Metalner. Let me pull up the database. Looks like Metalners by default are naturally evil aligned. However, it does look like there's one that is good aligned by default. Yep. So most of them are evil aligned. Alright, there's only one. Is one of the default Metalner variants. And most of them have precocious lifespan, which means they peak early. And some do have a normal one. Let's see. It looks like they favor skill and defense. Okay. Okay, so default Metalners will have normal lifespans. The Pixie one has precocious. Suazo is precocious, and the unique is mostly precocious with one normal. So let's go ahead and just get one of those uniques out. Let me see what the title was again. What's this cost? Wait, oh, okay, I remember now. It basically warns you that they may not be 100% as accurate. I remember this now. And we lost. It wiped our field. Okay. Hate how it makes that noise every time you do that. And it's interesting you can straight create these new ones and report it as new monsters rather than existing ones in certain instances. Wow. So it's a chef. What, like Bender? Damn, I should have named him Bender. Missed opportunity. Speaking of which, since that big hand is a boss monster, we should be able to pull it. Let's see, Jill. Yep, it is. Yep, it is listed here as an unlock. Holy crap, those are some crazy strong stats. Whoa! Let me show you. Okay, that should be the right one. Yeah, those are crazy stats, and it's a late bloomer, so it's going to take a while to really just skyrocket. But wow! And it starts out Parliament, really. So anyway, it starts out with evil nature. It also starts out with that crazy, snowstorm, which it looks like it's probably a very vicious attack. Yeah, it has high force, high hit percentage, but in good withering, but low sharpness, so it probably won't crit much. Remember, every monster starts with 50 guts, so you can just pop this at the start, just like we were doing with Roar. So if you can fix its nature to where it's not evil, it'll probably be a very nasty one. And according to this, it starts out with, it has bonuses to training for dodge and the Papa's infantry. Okay. But get this, the other variant is one that starts with the Jill combo instead, but it also has even higher stats. It has higher defense, skill, power, but otherwise, yeah. So again, you have to see it once before you can do anything. And most Jills, looks like most Jills are a mix of evil, with some that are good aligned. Default Jills are good aligned, mostly good aligned. Joker is, yeah, evil. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. Kato version is evil. Pixie is evil. Blazo is evil. Tiger is good aligned. And the normal unique is evil aligned. Oh wow, so ghosts are very long. I was checking something else, and yeah. Actually, check the analysis of what an evil monster looks like. Yeah, easy and rage. I don't know what the anger status does, but I think it does mean, the same thing as power for good align. Let's see. So we're going to go back to raising him, and then when we come back, we'll be ready for, most likely, for the Legend Cup. We'll see you soon. Alright, here we go. This is the invitation for the Legend Cup, which is the last cup that you can unlock normally without something like, a special invitation like the Durhan, which we have gotten unlocked. Rather, I should rephrase, we've unlocked the ability to get invited, but we don't have an A-rank monster to get the actual invite. And we do have a monster B-rank for the Dragon invite. But there is one more cup that requires a lot of time, that's the Elder's Cup, which requires the monster over 60 years old. And here's some weird translation error. It's, I think he meant to say the president of Fimba and I chose. Now notice she recognizes it, but there is nothing to tell you who this is. Ah. So the Legend Cup only opened up when you win all 4 of the major 4 tournaments. Each year it alternates between who you fight in the Legend Cup. So in an even year you fight the other one. In an odd year you fight, let's see, most. It should be most. Let me double check. Let's see here. Where is that? I had it pulled up and now I've lost it. Okay, so most is even years. Paritoka is odd years. So I would have to check and see which one this is. Okay, so this is an even year means we get most. And it's a 1v1 tournament. So we're going to go back and freeze her. I hit it a little too fast. Now we're going to chill time until the 3rd week. Wrong pixie. Here we go. This is effectively the final battle if you're not intending to get stuff like the Elder Cup or, other unlocks. Because at this point, you mostly have cups that do unlocks, as well as unlocks via going out and doing errand trees and all that. So, most has incredible stats. By minimum, you need to have at least one maxed out stat with another nearly maxed out. And going by this, you're probably going to want to attack, something has, it's hard to tell because look at his stats. He has almost no weaknesses, and even his lowest stat is still not really a weakness. That being said, you can unlock him after this. We'll go over that when we can. We are getting extremely lucky with these hits. Oh! And he got the hit off. So reload. Again, this is a point where you're going to probably be reloading, matchups more, just because of how crazy some of these guys can be. As I said before, a good general rule of thumb in practice is to save before tournaments, because something can go wrong. And unfortunately, we can't skip these little mini cutscenes, so we gotta hope we win. Ooh, we critted. Yeah, so he's very hard to hit. You need to have pretty much max skill to nail him. We're pretty much locked to Giga Raid for this in the sense that we need to drop him quick. Otherwise, yeah, that happens. What? So he's spamming and spamming, he's got, yeah, alright, fine. Alright. But you see how volatile these matchups can be. Sometimes you'll hit like crazy like that, or sometimes he won't. Just because he has crazy speed, so it's very volatile. Even with high skill, he's still difficult to hit. Wow, half-healthed him. One more and he's down. Oh boy, he's got... yeah. So, fortunately, again, this is a quick loading game, so it takes almost no effort to get back in there. The only real long part is the long-winded speech that you have to see every single time, for the first time at least. Oh boy. Unfortunate. There's a lot of RNG in some of these fights just because like you see him forcing melee like that, whereas before we were able to stay at range. Ooh, that hit hard. So here I am spamming the knockback button and it just won't let us go back. I think it's got some priority interrupts where if the monster manages to get his attack off, it's going to ignore the knock. But then again, sometimes it just feels like it just wants to force you into their range rather than letting you stay at yours. Oh boy. So this might take a few tries. But this is exactly what I'm saying. You need to be prepared for this sort of thing. This is something that you can. It will be very RNG unless you somehow have maximum life stats, or yeah. Okay, so that see, he's hitting his 39%, but we're not. Again, this will take some effort just because annoying RNG. Sometimes, you know, it just goes on Dark Souls and says, nah, I win. Now, I will win is more like I win. And this is honestly kind of true of most 1990s games. They just had that questionable stuff going on. Oh, and by the way, he can do that. I forgot all about Mocchi's being able to do that. Most of the time, you're going to have to do a timeout victory on most, unless your monster has maxed out skill and can reliably hit. Because most is just a pain in the ass, plain and simple. Wait, they have a phone out there? Yeah, you learn how to hit harder. Well, hit more often, rather. Now the Hall of Fame gets opened up when you have a monster in there and it's just below the lab. I didn't. So it looks like you can only have 3 in at a time. So you have to be very choosy on which one you want. So this actually tracks when and how, when you got your ratings up. Notice we kept skipping grades in order to get to S rank quicker. And an extremely high win-loss ratio, only 4 losses, so. And we admittedly we did resave and reload a lot, but sometimes it's okay to take a loss if you know you can still force a tiebreaker or you're going to get a win anyway based on wins. I think something they could have done was show, NPC monsters in here, since it's supposed to be implied there's a lot of monsters in there, and then they decided to tighten up the restrictions. Damn it, I'm in the wrong area. Okay, so you can unlock most. However, you cannot unlock most and parry with the same monster. You have to use different monsters. Now let's see, where is... Alright. So we're gonna... Let me load Mocchi's. First off, let's take a look at the monster data. Yep. So White Mocchi is considered an enemy because of, it was a boss in the Legend Cup. However, because this is DX, we can't unlock it. So let me look up the. Okay, there's only one white Mocchi key. A very rather entry. This Mocchi will start out with a very high lifespan, late bloomer, on top of being almost entirely good aligned. So let's see. Eh. And you can see it starts out with extremely high stats for newborn. And you can see it starts at best, nice meat, milk. It starts out with a flame technique. Now that's an extremely high intelligence damage. Look at that. Yeah, that's an A rating right off the bat. That's the good stuff. So you could probably specialize as an intelligence type monster and just pew pew your way back up to the top. So let's see, 340 weeks. Okay. Let's see other ones. So this is obviously a candidate for doing expeditions, but just because those starting stats are very nice. You don't have to put much effort into it other than put it in life, power. Yeah, you don't need to invest much in skill because you only need about 400 at most. But it's mostly intelligence, power, and life that you have to hyper train. And the Kawrea Mocchi variant is one that's considered, good for expeditions because of it popping off sooner with its stat growth. And let's see, white most here is it's called white Mocchi, so just say white Mocchi instead of most, I guess. That is a Mocchi that is a late bloomer. But it has a training bonus to pull, which is going to be one of your key drills for, expedition monster raising. So it's something worth considering. So now that you've gotten all four the post-game tournaments on top of the Legend Cup. You have to raise another monster up to do all four of the major four again, and then win the Legends Cup in an odd year in order to get access to White Suezo, aka Para. Can I just call it Perestroika? At least I can say that. I can't say Paratoika. But anyway, that allows you to unlock the White Suezo. And overall, a lot of the tournaments are unlocks, as well as pretty much the main point in the game is it's open-ended, so you don't have to worry about all that sort of thing. It's like Pokemon. There's a narrative ending, and then it's pretty much just free roam. And I wish it would stop killing the sound. Why does it keep killing the sound? Anyway, other than stuff like the Durhan, as well as the Dragon Invitational, and certain monsters that can be only unlocked via the errantry bosses. That's pretty much it. A lot of them, quite a few come from expeditions. Some come from, random events. Some come from tournaments. That being said, we've seen a lot, almost all of them. And my best bet for one that's not covered, go look up a guide, because that's best advice I could do is because we did not cover it here. Mox will show up when the tree dies and then a monster dies. Ghost shows up when you clean and upgrade the monster altar enough, and then have a monster die. Wracky shows up when you have 90 plus fame, and you do not after it moves. Once it moves, then you can have a monster die. I would suggest for the monsters that require a monster death, use Suki Suezo. That way you can make some money at the same time. Anyway, this has been Monster Rancher 2. Thanks for watching, and I hope it has made you able to do stuff you were not able to do before. I hope you have learned certain things about it. Thanks for watching.